and we're gonna start this live stream. Ghost, you won't see it happen, but if you watch this live stream back, you'll see it happen. We're gonna start off with honey. I heard it was actually good to let me see. Twist this. What the fuck? Oh, there it is. I heard it was good to actually take honey, like 2 teaspoons of honey straight at the beginning of the live stream. So we're gonna show ourselves doing that right there. I'm gonna take 2 teaspoons of honey straight, so I can show that I actually do take advice. I've been coughing a lot lately, so that's one. Cool. And then we have a second. There we go. And then this is gonna be a good live. That's exactly what this is about to be. Mm-hmm. 100% bee honey. That's what it says. This is about to be a good live. We're gonna talk about the kinetic chain. And we about to yap this live stream. That's exactly what we about to do. How y'all doing this Sunday? I wanted to I wanted to be on live stream for 3 hours, but I had to charge my phone, so you know. That's gonna actually become a ritual. I'm gonna be taking honey at the beginning of my live streams. That's gonna be a thing. Anyways, so that's been taken care of. I was thinking today I showed a video. Well, I'm waiting till everybody come in. How you guys are doing? I'll talk about what I did today, and then I'll talk about, well, let me write that down. Skill development. I want to talk about skill development. I also want to talk about, that's actually a good thing to like briefly say what I'm going to talk about throughout the live. Talk about skill development, how people misunderstand skill development in martial arts. So I want to talk about that. I want to talk about once again the difference between a fighter and a martial artist. I want to talk about that again. Cuz I had a profound idea that I realized the real difference between a fighter and a martial artist. I figured that part out. I am a trans activist. How about that? Someone said, "Are you a trans activist?" Yeah, I'm a trans activist. Now what? Now what? What you gonna do now? Yeah, now what? I love when people come in baiting me, thinking like I'm gonna say something like, "Yeah, now they're gonna be like, are you gay? Yeah, I'm gay too. Now what? You gonna say something bad? You gonna get banned off? You gonna get banned off this? Yeah. Now what?" Anyways, so we're gonna talk about skill development, how people misunderstand skill development in martial arts, consumerism. I think that kind of leads into the skill development talk. I also want to talk about how you said I've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty. I also want to talk about. I was watching something about the observable reality, how our consciousness creates everything. I want to talk about that. You said I love the enthusiasm. Hey, Melissa, how are you doing? How did you train today or Sunday? You're off. Consumerism. I don't know what I'm gonna go with the consumerism. So I'm gonna put like a star. That lets me know like I put like a crazy star. All right, Sunday I'm off. Okay. It's nice to see you. Everybody that just walked in, just go ahead, like the video right now. Please. This is gonna be a good live stream. I'm gonna talk about skill development. I think when I talk about skill development, it leads to consumerism of how people assume certain things about martial arts, how people Do not the reason. There we go. The reason why. No, that is connected to skill development, but it's the reason why people don't understand fighting like they think they do. You know, um, then I'm gonna talk about how people misunderstand. No, okay, and then fighter and martial artist, the difference between a fighter and martial artist, and then I'm gonna go to the observable reality. Someone said, "How long have you been gay?" I guess for 5 minutes and 32 seconds. That's how long I've been gay. And someone said, you did what in your microwave? If you say that 4 more times, you're getting muted for 24 hours on my live stream. I don't know why you are doing that in your microwave. You know, some of you guys are weird. Like the shit that y'all think about is weird as fuck. I hope y'all know that. Yep, I already know what you're about to do. You about to have fun with that. So we're gonna put user in timeout for 24 hours. Bye bye. You're up out of here. Yep, you're up out of here. No one wants to read that. I'm not playing with you guys no more. I need, if you're going to troll properly. Say something funny and don't spam. But, I don't know. Yeah, but back to what I was saying. Some of you guys are weird as fuck. Like, you come, like, the stuff that goes on through your minds. Homie said he busted a nut in his microwave. You said I'm getting my rocks off. I mean, I don't care if y'all doing that. I don't care. That's good for you. But come up with something funny. We want to laugh here. I promote stupid shit, but it has to be funny. Like who really thinks of that? Like he's going stream to stream saying that he nutted in his microwave. Like, bro, is that what you think about all day? Of all the stuff online, you said who could drink a whole gallon of gasoline without getting sick? Anyways, did you know? It's like everybody's coming in. He said, "Did you know Jesus love you?" Lou, I don't know who Lou is. Shout out Lou. See, it's like the trifecta of every live stream. We have the troll, the Jesus loves you, and who is the third one? There's a third one. I don't think they've been around because I forgot. But it's the trifecta. I'm waiting for the third one. They're gonna come. He said, "Did you know Jesus loves you?" I'm telling you, you guys are the trifecta. Y'all like the holy grail of live streams. Y'all get this shit going, dude. Y'all come in and y'all say the same shit every time. Did you know Jesus love you? And then you have some weirdo that comes in and says some weird shit. And the spammers. Maybe it's the spammers. Yeah, I think that's it. No, it can't be the spammers. And the haters. You're right, Melissa. And the haters. It's the trifecta, dog. Like, it's like every live stream they come. But if I wait long enough, like if I stream late at night, like 1 a.m. in the morning, woo, they come in droves swinging. Did you know that Rome is the center of the universe? What time was Galileo in? Because he was the one who told everybody that he wasn't the center of the universe, and they got mad as fucking him. You said, should I sub? I don't know. Should you? It's up to you. You said Spaniards where? Wait. What do you mean by Spaniards? I'm sorry, because Jesus isn't listening to you. My God listens to me. Love you too, dog. Love you too. Love you guys too. Jesus isn't real, bro. Hey, that's fine. That's fine with me. You're not hurting me because I've been arguing for the past 3 days that I don't believe Jesus was God. So you're not hurting me trying to tell me Jesus isn't real. Well, he was real. Like historically, he was real. Like it was like Jesus was real, but the shit that they're talking about, I don't know if that was real. Keep up the good work. Thank you. We'll do your what? I don't know what sub. Thank you. I thought you said there were Spaniards and Jesus freaks. No. There were weirdos, like weirdos, and the Jesus freaks. I love Jesus. He is real, and he is still real. Read the gospel, man. No. I'm saying historically, Jesus was real. Like that's undeniable. Historically, Jesus was a real guy. Historically, No, historically they did crucify a dude that said he was God. That's a historical thing. That's not fake. You said I know it's not hurt you, but it doesn't make sense. Like I mean that's fine. Like it's just a contradiction. We talk about this every live stream. I'm telling you, it's the same people that come in. It's the trolls, the Jesus people, and there's a third one. And Melissa said the haters, which is true. Appreciate it. I love this. Like I love the color pink. So this is one of my favorite beanies. Does having a book mean it's real? Read the Bible. Where's there was who was it? It was one dude in here. He was. You said they accused him of blasphemy. Yes, they did, Melissa. They did. Jesus was a real dude. He was real. It's just all the shit that they're saying he did. Like, I just feel like his homies was like, you know what would be cool if we just said this dude like did all this shit. Because if you really pay attention, like Jesus did not like all of the things that happened with Jesus wasn't by his own account that he wrote down. Like it was Paul, wasn't it? Like he wrote down what Jesus did. You know? So it wasn't even Jesus. In the Apocrypha, I believe, because that's why I don't feel like talking about this shit. Melissa, I don't feel like talking about this shit. I talk about this every live because the Jesus people come in every single time and they do and they steer the conversation. But I also want to talk about the Connect chain today. You said love you nigga, be strong. You have swag. Thank you. That one dude that was hating on me because I said I'm a martial arts instructor enough. Yeah, Melissa. They couldn't believe that you're a judo instructor. I would love to learn judo, but at this point, like my shoulder be dislocating and stuff. I can't. I would love to because I've been interested in foot sweeps. That's been the main thing I've been super interested in. Like judo, like no-gi judo, not like the little shirt. I don't know how you do it. I think for a woman, judo is actually like solid of a like super solid for self-defense. But I feel like Melissa, you studied jujitsu too. I feel like you should study jujitsu. Big ass beanie look fly. I love this beanie. I love this pink beanie. I swear I do. Can we talk about the political and economic state of the world right now? We actually can. We actually can. I know that's a joke, but we actually can. Because we like the big talk is did we just watch World War III start? Yo, do you believe in the stories about the saints? um I I am an avid believer of the Old Testament. I'm an avid believer of the Old Testament. Ooh, I want to talk about um not falling in love with outcomes. You want to know something that I feel has been something huge in my life. I think I'm gonna start heavily studying. I don't know if that's Hinduism or Buddhism. um, because lately everything that I've been seeing with Hinduism, I don't know which one it is. I don't know, like, or it's in the Bhagavad Gita, whatever. It's them Indian dudes. Um, that right there has been speaking to me. Like there's so much wisdom in there that is just amazing. You said why not the new? I think I just feel like the New Testament promotes hate, not the New Testament itself. I think the followers of the New Testament promote hate. I really do. I do not like it. They will make you hate spirituality. I think a lot of people like besides like like the Islam and stuff like that, or like the religious fanatics that go around, doing crazy stuff. What did I just do with that? I think like Christianity is definitely one of the biggest contributors to people hating spirituality. I really believe that. the more like, and then the more I get on live and I talk to some of you guys and I hear and I listen to what your stance is when you try to talk about Jesus, it's just like it just makes me believe my stance even more. Um, and watch, I just feel like I'm gonna die and God's just gonna pull up all these live streams. And that's what do you mean by that? I'm gonna be like, well, I meant like this, you know. But yeah, so we have a few people in here, and I do want to talk about the Connect chain, but lately in my life, and this is what I'm talking about, not falling in love with outcomes. Lately in my life, I have been running like I was on my burner artist account, and the burner artist account it has like these. I feel like when you on Instagram, see on Instagram, what I love about that is there is if you create a burner account, you get some of the best gems of videos ever created. And my burner account Instagram, I'm very selective on what I like because it's so raw and unfiltered. So when people complain about social media and they're like social media is bad, I realize it's just the algorithm just reflecting your reality of the way you think, you know? So if you're interested in stupid shit and brain rot shit, then your algorithm is going to give you the most stuff that will stimulate your mind. What's good, official? I don't know how to say your name. I'm gonna call you official. So, anyways, this particular account that I found, it was talking about the Bhagavad Gita and how some people get certain things wrong. And what I love, I think it's Buddhism. I need to go look at it. But the whole concept of all of our like all suffering comes from our wants, right? And then hold on, 24 hours. Anybody that comes in spamming, you're getting. I'm not even gonna explain nothing to you. You just getting banned. Um, but yeah, all of your wants leads to suffering. And it took me a minute. I didn't really understand that, but what they're really talking about is when you have such a huge like desire for the outcome of something, your expectations is what causes all of your suffering. And I don't know why, but that right now in my life is something I need to hear. I feel like every time I come on live stream and I just sit back and I talk on live stream and I don't worry about the outcome of what's going to happen with the live stream. Like I do love watching the results, the end results of the live streams, but for the most part, like just making sure that I live stream at least for 2 hours a day, and just falling in love with the process. That's what I heard. Like I think Friedrich Nietzsche, he said you need to. He said, what was that quote? He said, "Die to where you want to live again," some shit like that. But it was true. Like I just feel like you need to fall in love with the doing instead of the getting. I guess if that makes sense. You know, you said, "How can I tell if this guy I like is gay?" I don't know if he's entertaining you. Well, does he know you're gay? What's good? Oh my gosh, that's a Russian name, I think. What's good, man? Do you like Charlie Kirk? Oh, you guys. Okay, I look kind of gay, but does he know you're gay? Core Blocks was good. He keeps making eye contact with me at the gym. Does he know you're gay? I asked you a simple question. Okay. Well, then if he doesn't know you're gay, he probably just thinks you're weird. You Chris Ticker? No. Answer me. I don't know what you're answering. I'm just serious. I'm so serious. He probably thinks you're just weird. Do you like Charlie Kirk? I'm a YouTuber. You want to collab? I don't want to collab. I don't want to collab. What do you want me to answer, Toby Games? Collab what? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by collab? You guys collab what though? You said why you say that? Say what? Hey, I'm a big fan. Do you think you could Fart on live to show support for the troops. All right. Do you like Charlie Kirk? I don't care too much about Charlie Kirk. Why? What do you want to do? So you just asking for collabs and you don't know what you want to do? I don't care about Charlie Kirk. Why you I don't care about Charlie Kirk. That's your answer. Why would he think I'm weird? If he doesn't know you're gay, you probably are just fucking weird to him. Why should I care about Charlie Kirk? Answer me. Toby, your turn, motherfucker. Answer me. Why should I care about Charlie Kirk? Why should I care? Huh? Answer me. Toby, answer me. He's the best. Okay, well, that's good. You said Space. What's good? What's good? How you doing, Space Panda? What's good? Will you fart for the troops? I'm not gassy right now. Danny, are you gonna fart for the troops? Did you fart for the troops? Y'all some weird motherfuckers tonight. I don't think I'm gonna have a serious live tonight. I think this is about to be a very ignorant live. By the way, this is looking like I might have to well, it is what it is. Every single day. Well, that's good. You motherfuckers think of the weirdest shit. I don't know what you said. Welcome to the internet, dummy. Oh yeah. Nah, you guys are fucking weird, dude. I grew up the internet. It wasn't this weird. I'm doing okay. I got third place. Oh, at the Bluebell competition. What did you? Well, how was it? Did you beat anybody or did you lose? Like what happened? You said I answer you. Well, that's good. You said I am passionate about supporting the troops. Well, that's good. I don't think Forden helps. I'm just messing, buddy. No, I'm just saying, like, motherfuckers is weird. Like, people, this new era of just, like, the stuff that, it's like, what am I trying to say? The way y'all think, I just be shocked that this what goes on in y'all mind. Can you spell what? It hurts too deep. Help. Hey, Toby, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I can entertain your jokes, but if you start spamming, I'm blocking you. Telling you right now. If you start spamming, I'm blocking you. Troops think farts are funny, bro. Troops need to laugh. Okay, cool. Can we do that? Can we do what? I didn't even read. Okay, cool. All right, cool. I'm glad you said that, Toby. I'm so happy you said that. Good. Get the fuck out of here. I'm glad you said that. Get out of here. Nah, like he out. I'm glad you said that. You lost the quarterfinals? Oh man. Like oh, you got injured. You know, I seen someone get taken down and like dislocate their elbow before. It was crazy. Ah, Toby's weird. Like I don't mind. Look, guys, I don't mind the stupid jokes. I don't fart for the troops. Like curb blocks, I don't mind this shit. But like when you start spamming, it gets stupid. It's a stick up yours. Like, look at that. Like, I don't mind this shit. It's cool. But don't spam. Like, say some funny shit, you know? Yeah, but how'd you lose? Like, so how'd you get injured? Where'd you get injured from? You know, the fart. What's good, Nito? The fart guys or something. Do you have hair? I don't have hair. Well, I actually do. I need to shave my head again. How would you know if the guy likes me or thinks I'm weird? Well, how often are you making eye contact with this guy? Hold up, we fart for the troops. Okay, I'm embarrassing, bro. What do you mean? You say you're embarrassed? Oh, your granny passed away. I'm actually not bald. I need to shave my head bald. Like right now, I'm not bald. I need to shave it. I got injured by a Kimura. Like, oh, he ripped it, didn't he? Nice pink cat. You gay or something? I'm super gay. By what? By what too much? Oh, by farting? Oh, so you're the fart. You said no cussing. All right, I won't fucking cuss. I won't. Sorry for your lost score. Oh, okay. Yeah. Training. What's good, sports? we're we're on the weird part of YouTube right now. Training's been going good. I just got done today. I did 4,500 jumps for my jump rope. Oh, Space Panda. He was so you was in the absolute division, wasn't you? Like the open weight division. Training's been going great. I have a fight coming up March 21st. Um, it's not confirmed, but uh, I'm super excited. I'm training like I'm gonna fight, but people are actively ducking me right now. 100%. Are you gay? Yes, I've been gay for 25 minutes. Yep. I've been gay for 25 minutes, apparently. Good look, G. I have to wait for my injury. Like, how? Like, did he rip it? Is that what happened? Kimura's is the one thing I fight tooth and nail to not allow anyone get on me. Like, that's the one thing that causes catastrophic injuries. Like, fuck that. Yep. Well, hey, that's a lesson for you. Never, don't, when someone gets a Kimura grip, you fight tooth and nail to stop them from getting that grip. 310 pounds? Sheesh. Sheesh. How many more calories do you eat with all that training? I don't know. I actually look at the the protein that I take. So today I had two beef patties, which equaled out to 46 grams of protein. And then I took some I had another 23 grams of protein from something that I've learned today, sports, is that there are like you need a liquid protein and you need a solid protein. I've realized if you really want to heal, because I took that and I had like one of the best sleeps ever. Like the sleep that I had after that. I mean, like but the dreams I was having was super bittersweet. It was so sad. Like it was about like an ex, like one of my exes, my recent exes, and I was like, damn. I believe in dreams heavily, guys. I believe in dreams so heavily. Like I believe, like that's one thing, and I know we have the technology, but I wish we could solve dreams so I could understand like what dreams actually are about. You said, "Man, I've been training too much, getting skinny, eating 2,300 a day." Are you trying to gain weight or lose weight? I tried to Danny, but he didn't let go. Man, I'm a purple belt. Are you geeked again? I know what you mean this time. You say you was high last time. You're geeked again. You always coming in this live stream geeked. So sports, you're trying to gain weight? Is that what's going on? I know. Yeah. Y'all come in here to say the same shit every day. Y'all know that? I've been going live stream every day. Y'all come and say the same shit every day. I don't know what's going on in y'all mind. You see, next Friday I have just losing weight, no goal. So like you're like but it sounds like you're trying to gain weight. Appreciate you. Yeah, I need more. I need new rash cards. I think the money that I'm make from these live streams about 6 months. I'm gonna go like on a whole rash guard haul and get different rash guards. Because I plan on competing. I want to compete in April jiu-jitsu, but well today's March 1st, so I'm gonna start like studying heavily, maintain weight. I would say okay, get Naruto one. It just doesn't visually look appealing. The Naruto one, it doesn't look appealing. Well, I guess. I mean, people instantly recognize it. You say you have a One Piece rash guard. I'm not a fan of One Piece. I'm not a fan of One Piece. I found a Jujutsu Kaisen rash guard, but I'm just like Jujutsu Kaisen is a really good anime, but like it doesn't visually look appealing. Um, RAF, you watched yesterday? What do you mean? Watch what? I haven't like I know that there was Clarissa Shields fought, Barrios and Garcia fought. There was a UFC fight night or something that happened. I didn't watch none of that shit. I want to say thanks for giving me the best advice, mate. Of course, of course. If you have anything, just come and ask me. Just ask me. Oh, wrestling. Oh, I did see that shit. You talking about when Saryukian got into a fight with homie? Are you talking about that? I saw that. I was in the gym and that popped up on my timeline. Yeah, I did see that. That popped up, and I happened to. That's so funny. That popped up. I saw that. I was like, cause my phone was just sitting there, and I was just watching, and then like I was stuck in the sauna. This actually, I just saw that right now, like 30 minutes ago at the gym, and then it turned that on. And I'm just sitting there watching it. I was stuck watching it, so I was like, oh okay, yeah. I don't. And some people are saying that they think that that's good for the sport of wrestling. I'm like, no, it's not. Like, do y'all like? Are y'all hoping to see a fight? Like, it's literally kind of like hockey, right? Like, if you don't watch hockey, all you want to see is them start swinging at some point. He wonders why Daniel don't trust him. He acts like he got. Well, I mean, homie was smacking him, dog. I was watching that shit, like, but and then you the thing is, if you're a fighter, right, and you got someone who's doing a little cheeky shit like that, you're used to being able to fuck them up. You know, like you like okay, like I don't know. I understood where he was coming from when I was watching it. I understood it. Like, would I have reacted like that? No, but I understood it. Like, stop. Like, you're using the rules to get away with hitting me, and I know I could fuck you up. You know, that's kind of how I felt he was feeling. Not gonna lie, bro. You look like you would have a deep voice. Nah, I got like a little. Um, I don't think I have a little baby ass face. I don't know how you would think I have a deep voice. Is that I am. Oh, you armbar the guy who was 6'7", 280 in the open division. That's fucking awesome. You look normal, healthy. Hi, I'm your counterpart. Nice. Like if I don't know your voice, I would think you would have a deep voice. That's weird. I feel like I look like. Well, I don't know. You might be right. You might be right. I don't know. He was trying to grab the head. That's typical wrestling. I understand that sports. I'm just saying like because okay, so just to show that I understand wrestling, he was doing stance in motion. Okay, so you have a push, or we call it. I think it's called a punch. A punch is where you hit the chest. You have a push, which is where you use your forearm. You have a pull. You have snap downs. You know, you have stuff. There's a bunch of stuff you could do. So he was trying to create stance in motion on Armand, but the problem is the way he was clubbing him. That like you it was really obvious that he was sneaking shots under the disguise of wrestling. And Armand was picking up on it. And I was picking up on it too. You know, like if like it was, I don't know. They wrestlers do that shit. Like they'll smack you and be like, oh, like bro, like all right. Nice beanie, looks cool in my honest opinion. Thank you. I love this beanie. I lost 70 pounds, bro. By the way, that's crazy. How much do you weigh right now? If you watch him wrestle, that's his style. That take me down. That's his style. That take me down. That take. I'm sorry, bro. Oh, I got you. I got you. I mean, no, that's cool, but you're like know who you're fucking with. You know, that's your style. But just be happy that you had a bunch of people to protect you from getting beat up. You know, like, but this is why I don't condone. I don't know why these UFC guys are going into these other sports. I don't know why they're playing like that. I wouldn't be there, but whatever. 295. I was 370 a year and a half ago. How big are you? God damn, space. More money? I mean, but like, is it? Is it more money? Is it actually more money? You know, like I mean, I see these guys there, but like, are they making money? You know, the UFC. Speaking of that, fighter and martial artist, the difference. This is something I want to talk about. Why do you drug me at the New Year party, Smitty? I don't know. You're 6'1", 270 pounds. You a big motherfucker. So you got a belly, huh? All right. So let me write this down. All right. Fighter and martial arts, the difference. So I was thinking today, and everybody go ahead, type whatever you're going to type. I will get back and read what you're going to say, but I'm not going to read your comments because I don't want you guys taking me off my grind. So, or off the focus. So today I was thinking, speaking of this wrestling, Armand Saryukian getting into a fight at the wrestling little competition or whatever. Um, he wouldn't be doing. You would never see a boxer doing extra shit like the way we're seeing UFC fighters doing extra shit. The problem is there's just absolutely no money in these sports, and now they have to go and play around and find different things or whatever. But I was thinking today about the difference between a fighter and a martial artist and how the concept of the fighter is ingrained in the consumer's mind. Now it's really fucking weird because it's like a weird double whammy that's going on. So a fighter and a martial artist, basically the skill set that makes them differ is communication. That's the only skill set that makes them different. A fighter sits back and he only cares about the skill of. You get what I'm saying? Whereas the martial artist cares about the branding, he cares about the just the communication, the aspects of becoming an actual like icon. You get what I'm saying? So I've realized that UFC, specifically MMA, right? Because it's so close to fighting, this is my little theory I have going on. There's no money involved. Because it's so close to real fighting, there's no money involved. You know? Because if you look at WWE, right? WWE does a lot of talking. It does a lot of build up. Like, you know, like it's more of like it relies on the spectacle. Okay? Boxing kind of does that too. But also, boxing is very, very easy to understand. Everybody thinks they can fight. So boxing is much more easier to understand than, MMA. But because MMA is so close to real fighting, in my opinion, for the consumer, is actually fucking boring to watch. It's actually boring to watch. That's why there's no money in this. That's why. We love it as the only reason why I feel that it's gotten as big as it's gotten was because of the pandemic. I believe if the pandemic never happened, we wouldn't see the UFC as big as it is. I believe so. Because the UFC is filled with a bunch of fighters and not martial artists. 100%. Like the difference is like let's say Conor McGregor and Khabib Nurmagomedov. Khabib Nurmagomedov was a fighter. Conor McGregor was a martial artist. Conor McGregor's remember I said the only difference is the communication skills. You know, Khabib didn't have the best communication skills. He didn't. His fights were boring. He was very like one-dimensional, but he was fucking phenomenal by it. Greatest of all time. But you don't see the common consumer talk about Khabib Nurmagomedov. We still talk about Conor McGregor, you know, because Conor McGregor knew how to captivate an audience. UFC needs to 100% develop or search for more martial artists. I think the UFC thought at one point that the strikers, like they thought people wanted to see strikers, but it's not that people want to see strikers. It's just that striking is easy to visually understand, but people want captivating larger than life personalities. And we just don't have that right now in the UFC. And I think the way Dana White is handling the UFC, we probably may never see anybody captivating. But the difference, like I said, between a martial artist and a fighter is 100% communication skills. Martial artists care about their branding. They care about a good martial artist still cares about his fighting ability and his fighting skills, but he cares about also, and he recognizes the branding, and he knows how to talk to his audience, and he knows how to develop a spectacle. A fighter does not care about developing a spectacle. He just wants to go out there and win. And this goes into skill development of something that I was thinking about earlier about it today. So I posted a video of me recently striking, right? And during the video of me striking, you see me like bobbing and weaving this dude's punches. It's a recent video I just recently posted up. Let me make sure I put this 40. Actually, I'm gonna read some of you guys' comments. Khabib is just as big. It's just as big religious reasons. He doesn't have whiskey or any of that partying makes him. Khabib would not be as interesting if it wasn't for Conor McGregor. He wouldn't be interesting. It's that, and it actually, there we go. It goes into the skill development and consumerism. The way people think martial artists should be like, so we have a crowd of martial art purists that thinks martial arts should be a certain way, right? So Khabib touches that weird crowd. Honor, loyalty, brotherhood, brother, go to the Dagestan mountains and forget. Brother, we are stoic. Like there's people who really believe in that, you know? So when you see someone like me come into martial arts, because I was thinking about this shit today, and you see like in the video, I'm dodging, bobbing, and weaving. I'm going against this particular guy, and he can't seem to hit me, right? I mean, he did hit me a couple times if you actually pay attention to the video, but for the most part, I was countering and staying in the 50-50 pocket, hitting him. There was a couple of dudes that was like, oh, you know, you always go against easy opponents in your videos. And I'm thinking, why do y'all have this weird notion of thinking that all my videos should be videos of me going at having gym wars? Like, why do y'all think I'm going to put myself in positions to have gym wars? Do you guys not know the majority of fighter careers end because of gym wars? Some of the most talented people lost their career having gym wars because they were trying to win in the gym, you know? But then also, I had realized like people really don't know what makes a great fighter, because Floyd Mayweather is considered the greatest defensive. I don't care. I don't give a damn what you think about Floyd. He was boring, blah, blah, blah. He is considered one of the greatest defensive fighters of our generation, of our time, maybe of all time in boxing. Okay. And he said the way he developed the Philly shell was not because of gym wars. He said he went in the gym and purposely went to go find new people. And he developed his Philly shell on new people. He experimented. I feel like a lot of people, this is why I said, like, with fighters, it's just the skill of, and that's just it. So maybe you have some fighters, like, I can't really speak from the concept of what a fighter actually is in terms of like the thinking process, because I believe I'm a martial artist. But as a martial artist, I need to communicate to people that I'm still training. I need you to see that I'm still training. And when I found out that Floyd Mayweather developed his Philly shell on new people, like that's how he experimented, I was like, oh, okay. So I could go into the gym and I can pick out some of the newer guys and I can start experimenting with them. And then not only that, you said, why are these people so interested in your sexuality? Like, that's the convo. That doesn't even mean anything. Bro, I told you. These motherfuckers is weird, dog. I told you. These motherfuckers is weird. They're weird. Weirdos, bro. Weirdos. Fucking weirdos. I don't know. They just keep coming in. Are you gay? Are you? I mean, just let them talk. Like, I just ignore them. You know, like, because after a while, you're going to feel stupid. Like, Are you gay? Well, they see pink. That's what it is. You know, we live in a time where people are very insecure about their sexuality. So they see pink and then they think like gay. Well, I mean, you know, fuck it. I mean, it is what it is to me. And this guy's name is mixed martial artist. Like, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if like some of these dudes, like I'm gonna meet them, I'm gonna run into them in real life, not even knowing that they were the guys spamming in my comments if I was gay. I don't know. You know, these dudes, niggas is weird, bro. Niggas is weird. But anyways, where was I at? Where was I at? Yeah, people are weird, dog. People are weird. I don't know. Like I've been live streaming for it's been, I think this is the 13th day. And I have came across some very weird shit on live. I think what I would like for YouTube to do, because I do like TikTok for this a little bit better. You can't come in saying weird shit like that on TikTok. They'll kick you off. They will mute you. The algorithm is very sensitive on TikTok. You say, how's your wrestling experience? My wrestling's okay. I'm not really the biggest wrestler. I've been more interested in developing my striking, and that's been something that I feel like when you're a fighter, you you say it's me. I don't have a TikTok. Don't leave YouTube. Nah, you're good. I like YouTube Live. I just think some of the people are weird on YouTube Live. I think it might be the time that I'm coming on YouTube Live too. Like I need to, because the later it gets, the weirder people get. You know, like I don't know, something interesting about that. You know, I might have to get on a little bit early to avoid these types of people. Because like I remember I got on like midnight, and the comment section was just filled with weirdos. It was like I'm like, what is like? Okay, look. I know this is off topic and I keep saying this, but I really need y'all to really peep this out. When I used to troll, when I was like 16, we used to play Call of Duty. You know, like we was the guys, the kids that was in the Call of Duty chat room, and we irritated the guys who was getting off of their work schedule, right? But the thing was, in order to irritate them, you had to beat their ass. You get what I'm saying? Like you had to outskill their ass. You know, like it just wasn't just talking. So we would be like there was some skill to this shit. And then it was these dudes back then, you know, because there was no filter in the comment sections. They used to say some foul shit. So you had to be witty the way you came back, right? Now people literally wake up and they just brain rot. Their mind is brain rot, you know? Like, I don't know. It's weird. I don't know what's going on. But, you know, I watched your sparring, Smith look good, and I watched him worry about that punch to kick same side with you. Yeah. Well, the problem with him, because a couple people was like, oh, one kick would have sat you down. I'm like, no, the problem was he was leaning forward. No. I understand what you was looking at, because I was thinking the same thing. I was like, if this kid just kicks, like it's gonna be over. But he was leaning. He was so focused on hitting my head that I knew I didn't have to worry about the kick, because we went the first round. So the first round we went. See, like the thing about that video, and when it comes to certain sparring, some people tend to walk through your punches because it's sparring. So they don't quite understand that they would be getting dropped at this point. So with him, I was just popping him. I wasn't really hitting him hard. I was popping him. So in his mind, he wanted to get his hits back. So the first round we went, because that one kind of I didn't get the full round of that one, but the first round we went, I noticed that he was walking through my punches, and I was thinking like, oh, you're not respecting these punches, right? So then that round, our second round, I locked in. I started like really like punching the fuck out of his belly. And then I noticed that he was trying his best to hit me in the head. And when I saw how one dimensional like his thought process was, I was like, oh, so all you have to do is just move your head out the way and you could do whatever you want. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna box him. I'm not even gonna worry about kicks. I'm just gonna box you. So he was just trying to hit my head, simple head movement, and then just simple like footwork. Footwork and head movement. That it was stick and moving. That's all it was. It was stick and moving. And I've been studying so much striking. It just like would maybe we're 50 minutes in, so I don't think my opponents would read this, but like if you go rewatch that video, there was certain things that I was working on that I wanted people to see. And if you pay close attention, I finally developed my fucking southpaw jab. Go rewatch that video. That's what I was showing. Like every time I showed things, there's something I was working on. And if you go pay attention, like I was boom, like I was like, I've been trying to work on a southpaw jab. And I was hitting them. It's real subtle because everybody was just looking at the dips and shit, right? But it was the southpaw jab and the body shots. That's what That's what I've been working on, and I was hitting him with that shit. Like you see his head like go back, I was like, yeah, I was hitting that shit. He said flat-footed fighter. I was hoping you would have pivoted around and kicked. Oh yeah. I mean, it's not that like he was like just walking through it. He wasn't respecting nothing. And then if you start hitting hard, right? Now you look like the fucking bad guy, You see what I'm saying? So I just felt like it was just better to just outbox him. There's other people, but I probably might do that. I can do that next week. I'm 100% sure next week when I go back, he's gonna want to spar again. But I'm not gonna spar him 2 rounds again though. I'm not doing that because I got other people I want to spar with. But yeah, if you watch that video, you see that jab though. Ah, man, my coach said it too. He was like, my coach is a jiu-jitsu grappler. He was like, why is he just getting hit in the head like it's cool? I was like, he just wanted to hit me back. He was like, that's brain damage, dog. I was like, not my brain. That's not my brain. You saw I was moving my head. But I'm really good at see the thing about southpaw that I understand, like a lot of people, because when I went, if you noticed in that video when I went orthodox, he did hit me. That was the only time he actually got clean shots. Like something about southpaw really throws people off. Fucking love southpaw. It's like the angle, like you see everything. But yeah, freaking love southpaw. Anyways, back to the skill development. I'm gonna read your comment whatever you say next. Yeah, I just feel like we was talking about the striking. Oh yeah, so back to Floyd Mayweather. That's what I was saying. So make sure I write this down. It was at 53. I'm gonna say 53. We'll say 53-40. So back to the Mayweather thing of how Mayweather went in the gym and he developed the best defense on using new people. If you look at jiu-jitsu, we have Gordon Ryan, for example. Gordon Ryan explained a concept, and I'm going to paraphrase it. He didn't say this verbatim, but I just took it and worked it in my mind of what he was basically saying. But he brought in the concept of graduating your techniques, meaning that when you are first developing a technique, you need to go to a white belt and you need to try out the technique. And once you get all of the reactions that's needed from the white belt, then you graduate to blue belts, then purple, brown, and then black, and then actual world-class champions. If Gordon Ryan is the greatest no-gi jiu-jitsu guy of all time, and Floyd Mayweather is one of the greatest defensive boxers of all time, 2 different sports, and they're saying the same thing, I am going to take their fucking advice and I'm going to go and I'm going to experiment. All of my videos online is me experimenting, and people do not understand it because they believe fighting should be a war every time. And I've realized now it leads to consumerism, right? So consumerism, people do not understand fighting because they only consume outcomes. I'm going to say that again. People do not understand fighting because they only consume outcomes. People only see the knockout, they only see the submission, and everyone has fucking hindsight bias. The person should have did this. The person should have did that. Got the golden shit. What's good, Rob Nasty? Can you play God's Menu by Stray Kids? Does it look like I have any computer technology on me? Hello, Yuri. You don't want to hurt them, just touch them all you can do because it's not cool to hit hard in technical sparring. Exactly. What's good, my boy Rob? I know you've been wanting to see my striking. Did you see the recent striking I've been putting? Rob is one of my biggest low-key critics when it comes to striking. Rob is one of my low-key biggest critics. I remember when he first came in, he was like, "You need your striking to get better, Smitty." I was like, "All right, bro, I'm working on it." But yeah, but like I believe that people do not understand fighting at all. They just see it. They know what's the end, and then because everyone studied and said how the fight should have went, everyone thinks they know what real fighting is. But like one thing that I like, to me, real fighting is the ability to, first off, you need to prepare yourself. You need to experiment a lot. You need to study a lot. And then you need to prepare your body. Your body is like a car engine, okay? And then that's not it, because once you get into the fight, once you're actually fighting somebody, you need to have the ability to adjust. You have to have that ability to look up and be like, okay, he's doing this, I need to do this, you know? And that right there is like, I just feel like when people watch fighting, they don't understand that part. Why won't he do this? Or why didn't this happen? Or this should have happened. You saw the ending. You wasn't in the game when it was going down, you know? And that's what makes an all-time great. Like, that's, you know what? That's it. That's fucking it. That's exactly real. Adjustment. That's what we want to see from people. When it comes to basketball, when it comes to anything, we want to see how the great adjust to the I almost said adversary. No. What's the word? It starts with A. I forgot. The something. We want to see the greats adjust to, is it adversary? It's not adversary. What's the word? I know it starts with an A. Whatever, fuck it. But we want to see the greats adjust to the problem that's at hand. You know, that's what we want to see the greats do. And that's what makes someone a great, in my opinion. It just hit me right now. It's the adjustment. It's not adversity. Thank you. Yes, we want to see greats adjust to adversity. That's what people want to see. We don't want to see fucking gym wars. We want to see adversity and adjustment to it. And I understand that. That's why sometimes, like in jiu-jitsu recently, I've been purposely putting myself in bad positions and seeing if I can escape and counter immediately, because I know that's going to go viral. I know that's going to go viral. I 100% know it's going to go viral. I'm like, if you could just, like, one of my favorite videos, and it's so interesting because people's like, oh, you go against easy opponents. I'm like, all the shit that you see me do in practice, I hit it in the tournaments. Like, that's the thing. I will never forget, there was one dude who was who saw me like compete in person, and he literally told me, like, he ran to me after I won. with a friend. He was like, I was telling my homie the whole time because my homie was like, "Oh, like you don't look that impressive," and he's like, I kept telling my homie the whole time, at some point you're gonna counter him. At some point, a counter is gonna happen. He's like, I've watched your videos so much of how you dial people in and how you read them, and then you just flip the whole game and submit them. And I did that live. That fucking felt good. I didn't even know they were watching that, you know. But let me read some comments. You said I'm rooting for you. Can you play? Can you play you GKT? Me into Jiu-Jitsu and Muay Thai. O'Malley and Tim watch. Oh my gosh! When I threw up the West Side, yeah. When I that's my shit, dude. Like when I'm submitting someone, like I threw up the West Side in a triangle. Oh, I know what you're talking about. When I put the dude in the triangle and I threw up the West Side and then armbarred his ass. I've done that 3 times. I've had someone in a Tariqa Plata and threw up the West Side while he was tapping. I had someone in a triangle threw up the West Side while he was tapping. Threw up the West Side, armbarred somebody. Yeah, that's my shit, bro. That's my shit. That's my shit. What's good, Maddie? How are you doing? How are you doing, Maddie? Nice to see you. We're talking about all types of stuff. Talking about skill development. Oh, and then I want to talk about the observable reality. That's something to talk about next. I was watching this video on YouTube. You said when John Jones speaks, I know he means every word that comes out of his mouth. I remember him saying he would watch his opponent's previous fights to find out their flaws, to capitalize, research, studying. Exactly. People don't know. Like that, there's so much that goes into fighting that people don't know about. You know? There's so much that goes into it. But everybody thinks because they watched a few fights, they know how to fight. And I'm like, nah, there's way more to it. I'm so good. How are you? I'm doing pretty good, Maddie. Where are you from? You got me into jiu-jitsu is what I meant to say. Oh, that's good. There's a lot of people that told me that I got them into jiu-jitsu. And I know some people probably would be like, they would feel, what's the word? Cocky about that, but I'm very humbled. I'm very humbled by that when I hear people that I get people into this sport. Very humbled because I haven't done nothing too great. I've done some interesting things, but I haven't done nothing great. But the amount of people that I've impacted to get them into this sport, it humbles me every time, and I'm very grateful for it. Maddie, you're from Florida. Ay. Do you like Florida? Then the opposite spectrum of research, studying is learning and fine-tuning your personal skills. Exactly. Yes. Exactly. You're saying it correctly, Rob, because you understand the process of real fighting. We're playing mini war. That's all we're doing. So like you have to study strategy and tactics. Like that's really what you need to do. Like if you study all of the greatest strategic thinkers and study like their books and stuff, that tells you how to actually fight or how you should conduct fighting, how you should try to win. Like everyone's always looking for the hardest fights. I'm like, why? Why are you playing with yourself? Someone's like, I have to test myself. I'm like, no, the fuck I don't. I know exactly what I'm capable of. I'm not testing myself. I'm coming to fucking dominate, you know? Speedy, what's going on, kinfolk? I just came into the live chat. Shout out and much love from the D-Town, Dallas, Texas. I love my Dallas folks. Tim Watch and O'Malley on their podcast as well because they said what it does to your mental clarity. That is so true. Being humble every day with those sports. Yeah, I got to stay humble. You miss so much when you get cocky. You miss so much. There was one line I seen on a video, and it changed everything. When Bane told Batman, "Victory has defeated you." We're gonna go back into that. Let me see. Maddie, I love Florida minus the weather. Is like, I don't know. Like, I've never been to Florida. Have you ever been to California? Do you see the scuffle at the event? I did see the scuffle. I did watch it. We was just talking about that. What did you think about that, Bricks? What was I gonna say? With the other thing, there was something else I was gonna say. I stopped on it. I forgot what I was gonna say. I started reading other comments. Yeah, D-Town, being humble. I talked about being humble. You have to be humble. There's a bunch of stuff I'm talking about. BJJ is the ultimate humbling sport. It's weird. I feel like jiu-jitsu humbles you, but then it creates delusion. It's like it's a teeter-totter. I think one of the most humbling experiences was going into MMA, getting submitted by a white belt at purple belt. in MMA. One of the most humbling experiences. Winning and then suddenly I slip and get submitted. I couldn't believe it. It shocked me how different MMA jiu-jitsu is. You said I've never been to California. We always have severe weather. I mean, so what are you doing on here actually, Maddie? Do you I don't look like I am your targeted audience or your targeted creator. What, are you just like stream hopping or something? You know, people have been telling me like, I don't know how you guys like how new people find me. They go, I was going through streams. I'm like, how do y'all go through YouTube streams? Because I don't see that. Like, I just see regular videos on my YouTube. You said, my bad, just got in here, thought it was kind of crazy and not ski good and not a good look on both sides. And not so good look on both sides. We was just talking about that. I think I just think like people say it's a good look for the sport of wrestling, but I'm just like, I don't know. I didn't like it. I thought it was pretty stupid. It was kind of entertaining, but it was stupid. Maddie said, I'm just scrolling, finding new people, making new connections. Well, that's cool. So you could just scroll to new live streams on YouTube. Is that how that works? Interesting. Very interesting. I've been wondering how people have been finding my stuff. Been curious about that. I just sit back and talk to people though. That's what these live streams are all about. Just talk to people, connect. Someone said, I dislike how the way people have the mindset that you wanting to be single is you being selfish, which is annoying. People need to change their mindsets. People's minds are poisoned by relationships. African American, please explain what do you mean by you dislike how the way people have the mindset that you wanting to be single is you being selfish? Because you finding yourself is not selfish, but at some point you don't want to die alone, you know? You say, yeah, it's pretty neat. Have you found any new creators that you, Maddie, have you found any creators that you actually liked on live stream? It would be nice to know how other live streams work. You say, you're such a cutie. Thank you. Appreciate you. Y'all could come in here and say some gay shit to me. It's not going to rattle me. I love compliments. I love compliments. It looks like African American bounced. I was curious what you meant by that. Like, what do you like? He sounded so frustrated about that. Like, that's the first comment he said. He came in like, being single is not selfish. I mean, it depends. Why? Like, oh, here we go. Sometimes people are against it. What do you mean by that? Like what caused you? What caused you to say that? Because that looked like that was a very frustrated comment. Sometimes people hate you for being single. Who's hating you for being single? Why are you being hated for being single? Okay, is somebody Maddie? Maddie, are you single? Do people hate you for being single? You said I've been watching you for a while now. How long have you actually been training martial arts though? February 15th. No, March. I started jiu-jitsu March 1st. Wow. Wow. Today marks, I think, 8 years of me doing jiu-jitsu. Today's March 1st, right? Wow. Yes. It's been 8 years of me doing like jiu-jitsu in total. Wow. I was expressing how I feel towards relationships and people's mindsets. So did someone want to get into a relationship with you and they hate you for being single? You said, I actually did. I found like 2 streamers I enjoy watching. I also subbed. I think you're great. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. What do you do for fun? That's interesting to note. This is a regular live stream where we sit back and we kick back and talk about whatever. I am a martial artist, so we do talk a lot about martial arts. But I do every time. I'm assuming Maddie, you're a girl. Every time the girlies come in, I love to try. I want to develop like a girlies book club. That's kind of what I want. I want a girlies book club. I want to look like an Avengers of girlies when we have book clubs. That's why I like to talk to the girlies when they come in. Ty Rotolo, thoughts on him? I think Ty is pretty good. You said Ty is absolutely crazy. I watch his videos, and my God, he's so good. I think he relies on athleticism too much, in my opinion. I think both of the Rotolo brothers rely too much on athleticism. At some point, they're gonna have to slow down and actually show the art. But they're fucking great though. You say I'm single and no one cares. Yeah, I don't know what African American was talking about. Like, I, he sounded very disgruntled about the fact that people um I don't know. I don't know what that was about. You said 8 years jiu-jitsu makes sense. Why you always be rolling like a monster. Your escapes always impress me, especially against bigger opponents. I cannot wait for um the next open weight division I do. I cannot wait for it. I'm not getting prepared for it right now because I've been in MMA and I'm a little bit undersized than what I would like to be going against a heavier opponent, but I still want to compete against heavier opponents because I like people were very amazed that they're actually beatable. You said they're going MMA. Yeah, we're gonna see what they do with MMA. I think that athleticism works well in MMA, but at some point they're gonna have to slow down and actually show like their striking needs fucking work. You said I'm a content creator, so I TikTok and stream for fun. I also cook and do lots of do-it-yourself projects. Oh, you're a content creator too on TikTok. I need to stream a lot more on TikTok. I've been wanting to stream at least like an hour a day, but then I kind of fell off and I started streaming specifically on YouTube. And I have been trying to get into cooking because I do. This is controversial, guys, but I do believe that it's better when the man knows how to cook. They say like the best. They say there's an old saying that the best way to get to a man's heart is his belly. That's what they used to say for women. But I think in today's time, it's actually reversed. I think the best way to get to a woman's heart is her belly. You said the back body lock is absolutely shitty. I can't escape. You need to put your hips out, take your thumbs, put it into a lock, and line it up with like your hip bone and push out like that. That's how you get out. You said I actually haven't trained at a martial arts gym. I want to though. All right. You are getting muted for 24 hours. There we go. Can't have that. You said I actually haven't trained at a martial arts gym. I want to though. I do like to work on the movements incorporating MMA, not only because it's beneficial for health, but because it's fun. What martial art do you want to do? What martial art do you want to do? You said I've been pushing more. I was slacking, but TikTok is where it's at. It is for discoverability. But I feel like so like Maddie, are you looking for discovery? Like how many followers do you have? Are you looking for discovery or are you looking for money? Because we could really go into social media talk. Like I at one point was looking for the fame, but the fame doesn't bring money. Fame don't bring money, and money don't bring fame. It's really interesting. And I feel like TikTok brings fame, but it doesn't bring money. You have to guard the neck. What do you mean? Wait, sports, are you what do you mean you have to guard the neck? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Elaborate. Are you talking about the rear body lock? Oh, I'm thinking the standing rear. You're talking about an actual body lock when someone's choking you. You're talking about that, right? When someone has your back, right? You said I would prefer Muay Thai or kickboxing and jiu-jitsu. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's a good start. That's a good start. I think Muay Thai is. I think Muay Thai and no kickboxing and jiu-jitsu is a fucking solid combo. Have you looked at the gyms around you to kind of see where you want to go? You said 2-on-1 baseball grip, then attack the body lock. I roll open. Oh, okay. So you're talking about when someone has your back. Okay, so that's a completely different one. You need to. What I like to do is you have to first untangle the body lock. So like you want to get people um where I mean you have to untangle it with your legs. I would have to show people how to do it. I was in Texas one day and this dude showed how to escape the body lock and I never like lost that skill. I was like, that's fucking smart, you know? So um let's talk about, I was looking at this video. Well, there's some other stuff I want to talk about. Like we have the kinetic chain, we have the observable reality. I want to talk about those as well. Um Someone did ask me yesterday, which is a really great topic. Let me see. Let's write that down. So we'll say 75/30. We'll talk about that. You said almost at 7K. I'm not really super popular, but the money is decent from commission and streams. I don't see me getting any type of fame, sadly. I would have to get your TikTok and look at it. It seems like you do like what, lifestyle content. I don't like the commissions and the stuff, but streams, you say you get money. I would have to look at your stuff. Maybe we can go live together because I need to get my TikTok live up. I don't be on TikTok live enough. And it'll be better if you have someone that you're streaming with. Time goes by really quickly. How much your monthly gym membership? Mine is 180 to 220 in California. My gym has a UFC fighter running it who fell off. That's standard. Rob, that's standard. Some places like 180 to 220 is standard in California. So yeah, it's just like yours. You would be lucky if you find a gym that's 150 now. They're all like 180, 220. I got one near me called Wolf's Den. Sean Woodson trains there. I don't know. Okay. Can you do that video for me tomorrow? What video? Thank you, Rob. What video are you talking about? What sports? What video? I have to write that down. You said no niche. I'm kind of all over the place. Pure personality based page. Those actually work. That actually works, Maddie. That works. I would have to look at your page. That works. That, I think personality is the new. That's the new stuff. You said throw that left jab. I know you remember me. I don't know what's up with you in the left jab, but last time you said that you was gonna drop a gift and you didn't. So you're a liar, Pledge. I shouldn't have gave you that left jab. Lispy. I know I'm very lispy. The back body lock. How to get out. Oh. Back body lock. Escape. Gotcha. Yep. He's a ranked featherweight in the UFC. I remember correctly. Who? Yeah, Pledge, you a liar. You're a liar, Pledge. You're a liar. I remember you too. I remember all y'all. Y'all say the same shit every day. I remember all of you guys. Especially you. You was like, Sean Woodson. Pledge, you was like, if you do a left punch, I'm going to drop 1,200 on a gift. I said, okay, punch. Your ass disappeared. You are a liar. I should block you. I'm funny. I make myself laugh. I'm not going to block you. You're not spamming. So it's okay. You said I talk daily stuff, not the same shit. Not Choose Sports. It's the guys that come in that, are you gay? What is it? Hold on. Are you gay? Jesus loves you. Farting. There's something else. Gay, Jesus loves you, farting. And then but Pledge is kind of like, and there's one guy that comes in, he's always high. And then Pledge comes in asking for a left punch. Yeah, Rob. Pledge is a liar, dude. Straight liar. I don't believe him. And then you have the spammers too. The spammers. Those guys too. Yeah. And then you have the occasional girls that come in, and there's dudes who, I haven't been smoking. Yeah, I haven't been smoking. So what was that, like 6 types of weird guys that come through? And they do it every day. I've been on live like 13 days so far in a row. That's my streak. So far. 13 days in a row. Dudes come in on some weird shit. I'm like, all right. This is what we're doing. Cheeto Vera may need to retire. I think Cheeto Vera, why do you think he needs to retire? I just think he's not ambitious enough. Would you prefer judo or wrestling as a grappling base? Ooh, neither one. Jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu is a grappling base. I think jiu-jitsu is the best grappling base. No gi jiu-jitsu too. Gi jiu-jitsu is at the bottom of the totem pole. Bottom of the totem pole. Ass. Dumpster juice. That's how I feel about that. That's how I feel about that. You agree? Yeah. Gi is watered down fucking judo, bruh. Watered down. You say he's in those fights not looking motivated. Like Cheeto, like at first, like it was cool at first when he was being like nonchalant, losing the first rounds. But like, bro, like this is a game. This is a sport, dog. You need to come in. You need to look like you want this shit. You know, Cheeto Vera doesn't look like he wants it. I don't know. He just doesn't look like he wants it. Does he need to retire? I don't think so. I think he is content with the check, the little nugget check he's getting, and that's it. You said Cheeto lost that dog in him. I don't think. No, he had a dog in him. He had a dog in him, but I don't know, man. Cheeto Vera, I don't know. When he got his ass whooped by Sean O'Malley, I seen that glow disappear. Cause Sean did like the way Sean O'Malley came in that fight was phenomenal. Fucking phenomenal. He didn't come into that fight against Marab. If he would have came into that fight against Marab with that zeal, Sean O'Malley, he probably would have did a lot better. I think Sean O'Malley is on a decline too. I think Sean O'Malley, I think it's the money, man. I think it's the money. Pop my shoulder right quick. I know I popped my shoulder. Did y'all hear that? I know how to pop my shoulder. Like I put my let me see if I can do it right here. Take this. I get this putt and I pull it just like that. Shoulder pops. That's what happens when you dislocate your shoulder about 5 times. You get stiff sometimes. You gotta pop it. You said the knee was absolutely crazy. I'm shocked he survived that. He's one of the best technical fighters, but Sean O'Malley just picked him apart. I mean, Cheeto, Sean Sugar Show is it's money, dog. I think like, and then did y'all see? There's this dude, I forgot his account name, but he talks a lot about Dana White and how he hates Dana White so much. But Dana White just recently paid $15 million for a boxer, and no UFC fighters ever received that much money. And you can see like a lot of the UFC fighters are very salty about that. This is why when people tell me like, "Oh, Smitty, like we want to see you in the UFC. When are you going to go to UFC?" I'm like, "Bruh, I'm not trying to go to the UFC to get famous, to get money. I'm literally there for pure entertainment. Literally, you gotta fight for that double check, not one check. Yeah, but I'm telling you guys, like, when y'all see me, because I'm gonna work my ass off and I'm gonna try to get there. If I don't, whatever, fuck it. But like, I want to make sure that money or fame is not something that I'm there for. I feel like live streaming, right? Posting on YouTube properly, all that stuff. That is where you get money from, in my opinion. I believe that's where the money's at. Fame, just, I don't know, just fucking competing. I can get famous that way too. But like, I do not want to be trapped in the UFC trying to get money like the way these guys are. These guys are broke. They're broke. Like, they're rich broke. They getting money, but they ain't getting money, you know? You said O'Malley made way more money streaming. He's already said that. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Tom Case, ball, nigga, ball, nigga, ball. I fucking love that song. Why ain't got no hair up there? Looking like a bowling ball. Looking like a basketball. Um, I feel like I would want to be there just for the glory of fight. Exactly. That's it. I'm there for chaos. And not even I'm not talking about wars. I don't want CTE either. I'm there specifically to have fun. And I want to be the best I possibly can be. I want to prove myself, you know? It's me versus me. If I'm literally on the roster, you could like get the next UFC and you see me on the cover, like I'm telling you, dog, I made it. Like PR wise. There we go. It's a PR move for me. I don't want it to be money wise. You're gonna fight 125. I think I'm gonna be at 125. I want if I do go 135, I think what I would do is I would have to be walking around as 160. I think after this fight, this MMA fight, I think I'm gonna start working on gaining some weight so I can be a little more hefty. You see how much you walk around right now. At first, I could have swore I was like 135 a few days ago, but I'm back at 142, and that's my walk around weight. My permanent walk around weight used to be 150, but then when I started doing MMA, I'm like walking around 142 now. But I want to walk around 160, like 165, and then but if I want to do that, I need to stop. I need to 100% stop eating fast food. I need to stop drinking Red Bulls and energy drinks. It's a diet thing. Like if I want to walk around 160 and then fight at 135, because these dudes are big as fuck. Like that's one thing that they don't tell you guys. Like MMA fighters are big as fuck. I hope you guys know that. They're big as fuck. Like man, it's crazy. Let me see. Is UFC the goal? I would say, let me tell you guys my goal. I have a social media and I want 1 million followers on all social media platforms. I want 1 million followers on all platforms. And I want the money to match the follower amount. I want the merchandise to match it. I want the engagement. This is why I started streaming, because I feel like I want to be not only rich and famous, I guess, in follower count, but I want to be rich and famous with the communication of my followers too. I want you guys to know me and I want to know you guys. I should be able to look at your name and know exactly who's coming in. You get what I'm saying? So to me, it's the motion. Is UFC the goal? It's a PR stunt. No, because PR stunt sounds bad. It goes back to what Dana White said. And I follow it because it changed my mindset of the way I see things. Dana White said that coming to the UFC is an opportunity, you know? Like, that's all it is. It's not life-changing money. That's basically what he was saying. You're not here to get rich. You're here to present yourself, to create a spectacle, you know? So that's the way I see UFC. I like these dudes in the MMA community, they see UFC as a life-changing feat, where I see it as the highest form, or not the highest form, but it's one of the highest forms, like a box check of entertainment to do, you know? Like, but that's what I would like to do. I would like to go do UFC, do poetry, art, and music, and then definitely like find a fine ass lady, get her ass pregnant, and then create a next superstar, like a real fighter. Because I don't think like everything that I've learned when it comes to fighting. If if I had a son, right? what I know now, I would create a monster. Like I am so confident that I could replicate my style into my son, and he would be better than me. So the way you guys are seeing me, if like any of you guys are fans of my style, I promise you that my son is gonna look just like me, like the way I move, but he's gonna be fucking better. I promise you, fucking better. Like I'm like so whatever I'm doing, as far as I could go, whatever I'm gonna end at, I bet you my son's gonna top that twice. I bet you. I'm that confident. When I first you we gotta get the money correctly. You said when is Smitty Jr. coming? We gotta get the money correctly, right? We have to have a correct relationship with the correct woman, you know. Like I love the hoes, I love all that stuff, but I need a correct relationship. I don't need to be an Ilya Taporia where he thinks his girl is good and then she divorces him. We don't need that. Um, and then a correct environment too. So not just money, correct environment, correct family structure, all that. So right now we're working on the money, working on the motion, and then you guys are gonna watch it because I'm live streaming every day. I promise you guys, you're gonna watch it all go down. You're gonna watch it all go down. Don't worry about it. One fight 125, man. You won't be strong enough at 135. You're correct. Sports, you're correct. I never had shoulder surgery. Nope, never had shoulder surgery. I rebuilt my shoulder back myself. Do you believe starting MMA in your 20s or 30s is too late to become something in MMA? No. I started MMA in my 30s. I'm 30 right now. I started MMA literally when I turned 30 and won my first fight. It took me like what? I started in June. Then I trained. I started in June, trained July, August, September, and then October came. So it's 5 months. Now I had my first fight. Yeah, my shoulder does keep popping out. Well, no, it's the way you I met some dudes today. Well, okay, let me explain that. Let me explain this to you right quick. They say having shoulder surgery is one of the worst things you could do. Everybody that's had shoulder surgery literally says they wish they didn't do it. And that lets me know like all shoulder surgery does is put your shoulder in a specific position, but it doesn't really heal nothing. You still have to rehab your shoulder. Rehabbing your shoulder, it's I believe like once you dislocate your shoulder, you have a lifetime expectation to keep rehabbing your shoulder. A lifetime. So that's kind of what I've been doing, just rehabbing it. I know how to move correctly. I don't overreach anymore. Like if I'm fighting for a position and I lose a position, I just let them run away. You know, how often do you train? I train every day, dog. I train every day. I train every fucking day. Tomorrow on Monday, I'm glad I said this. So I think I'm gonna go live stream tomorrow early. Yeah, I'm a live stream tomorrow early. So the way Monday works is I wake up. I'm gonna go. I go boxing, 7 a.m. Go to the gym to work out my shoulder. Go into the sauna. Then at 12 I go to jujitsu. And then tomorrow I'm gonna be teaching. So I teach at 5 p.m. And then after that, I go into my car, I take a nap, and then I wake up, and then we have MMA fight team. Ugh. That's like, man, fight team is so fucking difficult, dude. Like, because that's where you have to fight the real, like all of the real fighters in the gym. You fight the real fighters there. Oh, it's so stressful. I dread every Monday that comes. I dread Mondays. And then after that, I leave out from fight team and then I go to the gym again one last time. I do solo training and jumping rope. And then I go into the sauna and then I go home. That's what my Monday looks like. Mondays are my busiest days. So I'm a live stream. I think I'm going to be on live stream tomorrow. I think I'm going to try to get on. Damn. Ooh, that's such a tight schedule. It's gonna be sometime in the morning. I can bet your ass. I'm sorry. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna read your comments. I'm thinking maybe if I leave from boxing and come directly home, then I could live stream for 2 hours and hit the quota, talk with you guys, and then I could take a nap. Guys, naps are incredibly important, by the way. Naps are so fucking important. Don't sleep on naps. So I'll be able to live stream for 2 hours and I'll be able to take a nap and then go to jiu-jitsu. So maybe I'll be home at 9, 10, 11. Exactly. Get off immediately at 11 and then go take a nap, wake up, go to jiu-jitsu. Okay, we'll do that. I'll try to get here at 9 tomorrow. You ever get staff? Fuck no, I've never gotten staff. No, never. I don't know how people get that shit. If not, do you have to shower 7 times a day? I shower. I shower after training. I always shower after training. You don't know what these motherfuckers be doing, bro. They will train. They will have sweated ungodly amounts of sweat, and they leave sweaty. I'm like, bro, we have a shower right here. Go fucking shower. That's how you these niggas is nasty. These niggas is nasty. There we go. I couldn't hold it in. They nasty, bro. I mean, you hit a very sharp pet peeve of mine. I'll be like, you are nasty. Disgusting. That's disgusting to me. But yeah, I shower after every training session. You see, I'm only asking this question simply because I just got out of the army and I'm struggling to find a path forward. But I find joy in MMA. How old are you right now, Bricks? And I would love to start doing MMA amateur eventually. How old are you? Your jiu-jitsu seems so slick. You think the following move is doing big tournaments such as ADCC? Look, I want to go to ADCC and do all that stuff. The problem is I am doing 2 different sports right now. I'm doing kind of 3. You have Muay Thai, MMA. I have an MMA fight this month, and then you have jiu-jitsu, right? So it's at first it's been hard to juggle all 3 of these. And then on top of that, these tournaments cost money. So another thing for these live streams, maybe I need to start explaining that too. Another thing that would be good for these live streams is if I started getting money from live streaming, and then that could pay for the tournaments. And then maybe I could get better equipment and take you guys to tournaments where you guys watch me compete live. I think that shit would be crazy. Imagine I get to take you guys to my tournaments and y'all watch me go live. That's the big thing I'm trying to do with live streaming. Like, I've realized there's so much stuff I could do with live streaming, and I'm trying to get there, but it's gonna take some time. But I do want to go. I believe the bigger my jiu-jitsu skills get, the higher accolades I get, makes me more dangerous in MMA. But I struggled at first to like juggle all this stuff. I struggled at first. Smitty'Wit CJI 2027. I can see that. I can see that. I honestly could. I can see that. A lot of jits gyms don't have showers though. Ooh, what gyms are y'all at? Because my jiu-jitsu gym has a shower. My Muay Thai gym doesn't have a shower, but we don't sweat. I mean, well, yeah, we do sweat. Because on Saturday I was sweating my ass off. But then I went directly to my other gym because I had to teach, and I showered there. So I don't know. Ohio, none of them do. Well, take your ass straight home. Go home. But I've never had staff. Shit's nasty. I'm 21, about to be 22. You good, bro? You got plenty of time. You need to hop in now, though. Bricks, if I were you, my advice, if you have the money to do it, Go find you a no-gi gym, develop your jiu-jitsu, emphasize submissions, learn submissions. The submissions that I think you need to, if you really want to do MMA, start studying a lot of guillotines, headlocks, front headlocks, guillotines, study rear naked chokes, study arm bars, like top heavy type of submissions. Triangles are good too. Kimuras are good too. Leg locks, they're not going to serve you well in MMA at all. But leg locks do help you with, they do help you with sweeping people. So that's pretty good. And then I would say after that, find a gym that teaches boxing and kickboxing. But I would say emphasize definitely boxing for your jiu-jitsu. Like, trust me, because most jiu-jitsu guys, like if you become a true threat with your submissions, the biggest problem in MMA is going to be like grabbing people, because people you're going to become known for it. So what's going to allow all of your submissions and your takedowns to happen is your boxing. That's why if you watch my videos, I have been desperately, and I mean desperately, trying to get my boxing skills up once I figured that out. There's only 4 dimensions of MMA. It's your striking, clinch wrestling, cage fighting, and your jiu-jitsu. Yep, there's striking, 2 tails of the city. You have upper body striking, you have lower body striking. So upper body is boxing, lower body is karate, savants, Wing Chun is upper body. No, Wing Chun got some lower body kicks. But yeah, and then you got karate, all the kicks, Muay Thai, kickboxing, all that stuff. And then clinch takedowns is judo, Muay Thai, Greco wrestling itself. And then cage wrestling, Khabib Nurmagomedov, like actual cage work, getting off the cage. And then you have jiu-jitsu itself, like actual jiu-jitsu. That's the 4 dimensions of MMA. But all of that does not work if your boxing is ass. This is what I figured out. So you're 21, 22. I started martial arts at age 20. I started jiu-jitsu at age 23. You gonna be fine. But I wish there was someone like me to just give the game like I just did for you. Go emphasize your jiu-jitsu. Make sure you have to study fucking jiu-jitsu. Emphasize the submissions. Don't go into your jiu-jitsu your jiu-jitsu dojo and be happy that you won by positions. You need to submit people. That needs to be in your psyche. You need to get horny for submissions. I'm dead ass. And then boxing. Everything else, you'll be able to do it. I promise you, you'll be just fine with everything else. What belt would you be right now? And Nogi, I'm on purple belt. UFC is the mainstream media version of fighting, and it's annoying. It is, bro. I mean, like, it's like, Rob, it's just like I said, like after I did my first MMA fight at Up Next Fighting, me personally, like what I saw with that, like that felt like UFC. Like I watched it. Like if you go watch that fight, it looks legit. Everybody go on my playlist, Smitty MMA fight. Look, my first I call it pre-amateur. We had like headgear on. We were on a mat, like a karate mat or some shit, right? No cage. That was cool. But then when I went to Up Next and did a real amateur MMA fight, the production felt like UFC. To me, I was like, this is good enough for me. I don't need to go to UFC. But everyone wants to see me try to go to UFC. I'll try to go to UFC. But like, I got what I wanted in terms of being in the cage, looking professional. It looks professional. But you are right. UFC is the mainstream media version of fighting. I mean, I don't know. It's the McDonald's of fighting, to be honest. It's the McDonald's. It's definitely the McDonald's. I love studying submissions. My favorite is the arm triangle. It's just I haven't actually trained outside of the army. You're gonna have to find a gym now. It's not hard. Literally pull out your phone, type jiu-jitsu gyms, and look around. It's not hard. I would say develop your skills right now. Mackenzie Dern is great at jits and can't take anyone down. Learn wrestling. You don't like. You know something crazy? Sport that I've learned. Boxing actually, like MMA takedowns. Like, why is it? Why this is? You know what? This is why I say wrestling is overrated. Let's talk about that. Say 106. Wrestling is overrated because you have guys that are hold up sports. You have guys that are all-time great wrestlers, and they come into the sport of MMA, and you do not see them use any wrestling skills. Why is that? When we saw Bo Nickel come into the game, we thought we was about to see some of the coldest wrestling ever known. Ever known. He didn't do it. He didn't do it. You said name all the champions. I know where you're going with that. I know you're saying they have a wrestling base, right? But that's because the game hadn't caught up with the wrestlers. It's kind of funny. It's like a little rotating wheel. You had the jiu-jitsu guys, right? But I would argue that the jiu-jitsu guys were the Brazilian jiu-jitsu. There's a difference between Brazilian jiu-jitsu and no-gi jiu-jitsu. So Brazilian jiu-jitsu guys came in and they were the ones who blew up the mainstream of MMA, right? The Gracies. But then the wrestlers came in, that you took off that damn gi and stuff, and the wrestlers started dominating, right? And then we have that classic ground and pounder guys. If you look at the old UFC, these dudes were fucking like, they just would take you down, hold you, ground and pound and stuff like that. I mean, Ben Askren was really great at that. And then you had guys come in kind of like Conor McGregor, who I would say the 2010s was mainly, in my opinion, more about personality. Because the 2010s has, like, that's the only, like, era, really, the 2010s, where you can have a UFC video game and you know every single fighter on that damn roster. You get what I'm saying? Even if they sucked. Like, UFC used to have faces. So I kind of see like that was kind of like the personality era, right? But then wrestlers, of course, still were dominating, right? But then the kickboxers came in. The kickboxers figured something out about these damn wrestlers. They figured something out and they started stopping these motherfuckers. The kickboxers figured it out. And then you started seeing them negate the wrestlers. But then who was it that figured the kickboxers out? So you had the gi jiu-jitsu guys got figured out by the wrestlers. Wrestlers dominated for a while because no one knew how to get around that shit. And then you had the kickboxers come in. I think it was the boxers. I think the boxers started figuring out the kickboxers. And then the boxers are starting to figure out the wrestler guys. Because wrestler guys can't strike either. Wrestler guys can't strike for shit. And then, of course, the jiu-jitsu guys are at the bottom of the totem pole. But some people be like, well, jiu-jitsu is not showing that, like, is jiu-jitsu really viable in the UFC? And I would say it is. It's just the problem is that all of the real jiu-jitsu guys that would be real problems, they don't want to learn how to strike. They don't want to learn how to strike. That's the problem. They don't want to get punched in the face. We've had such an insane revolution in jiu-jitsu, but you will never see none of those guys come into the UFC because they don't want to get hit in the face. Because jiu-jitsu guys are too lazy and they don't want to get up and learn how to strike. I think modern no-gi jiu-jitsu, we have not had, I mean, the Rotolo brothers kind of, but they are lucky that they're in one championship because some of the shit, like their striking's not there. It's just not there. They're lucky that they're in one championship, that they're in Asia where these Asians don't know how to deal with the grappling. They better thank God about that. But yeah, I just think that the new innovation of jiu-jitsu, if these jiu-jitsu guys started coming, like they actually gave a fuck about their striking development, like they give a fuck about jiu-jitsu, we would see a renaissance in the MMA. So you said Gable Stevenson is going to be the next. Bo called it from the start. We'll see. We'll see. They fight plenty of jiu-jitsu guys. What happens, Smitty? Keep it real. What do you mean by that? I'm talking about the new, like, have you really, and this, and like I said, I always tell my boys this when we disagree. We can disagree. That's what makes the live streams fun. We can disagree. Brothers fight all the time, but we still love each other. So I'm just saying, like, the new age of jiu-jitsu athletes that would run circles around a lot of these grapplers are not in the game. They're not fighting. There's no one in MMA that scares me grappling wise, like jiu-jitsu guys do. There's no one like if yeah, like, anyways, let me continue. O'Malley has better grappling than Merab. What happens? O'Malley does not have good grappling. He does not have good grappling. O'Malley does not have good grappling. I know that would throw some of you guys off. He doesn't have good grappling. From what I have seen, O'Malley does not have good grappling. And then notice Piotr Jan stopped Merab's. He stopped Merab. And I'm telling you, dude, I think wrestling is overrated. I'm so serious. I think wrestling is so overrated, dude. UFC peaked out like high school jock who was captain of the football team, and now he's out of high school and still acting like he's captain. Yeah. I think it just needs superstars. When you have, and this is where Dana White, we were just last night talking about this, about how in boxing, no, in NBA, we were talking about NBA last night. Let me tell. What's good, Ghost? You said, Smitty, all up, brother. I need some modern day evidence. Is all. No. I'm with you. But I'm telling you, like, wrestling, the way we view wrestling, it hasn't been exposed yet of what I'm talking about. And then over the course of UFC, well, no, it has actually been exposed. It's just that, of course, right now there's been more wrestling champs because it took people forever to figure that style out. But once they figured out these motherfuckers couldn't really strike, the game changed. What's your favorite MMA organization besides UFC? Don't ask me that, because my favorite MMA organization is the one I'm fighting in. Up Next Fighting. Love them guys. Grappling O'Malley is a black belt. He has done tournament. But O'Malley at heart is a striker, though. He's not a jiu-jitsu guy. Like when O'Malley and he got subbed by Marab. That's another thing too. Like when O'Malley is getting grabbed, his first instinct is not to start jumping on submissions. He's trying to get back up. That's not a submit. That's not a jiu-jitsu guy. That's a striker who just happens to be good at jiu-jitsu, but he's not really good at jiu-jitsu. Ghost goes, how the hell are you gonna say Gable is savage? Then ask if he's a wrestler. No, he said he's that wrestler. I think he's he didn't say if he was a wrestler. He's saying is he that wrestler? Like he's that one wrestler, right? I think that's what Ghost was saying it like. I think that's what Ghost was saying. What was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? There's something else I was gonna say. I didn't talk about the kinetic chain. Pretty positive. O'Malley's a brown belt. In my opinion, wrestling is good for getting people on the ground and holding them down. But when it comes to holding position against a skilled grappler, it becomes very one dimensional. I do like lights out fighting sports. I do like lights out fighting. I do like him. I haven't fought. They want me to fight for them too. I would be down. I just think like people are starting to figure these wrestlers out. Like wrestlers, like I remember at one point in time, wrestlers scared the shit out of me. But then when I started studying wrestling and I realized they didn't really have nothing, I was like, oh, I always teach that to people. I said, what the fuck is a wrestler to a guillotine? Real talk. What the fuck is a wrestler to a guillotine? Shoot on me. I dare you. The next wrestler I deal with, I promise you guys, I'm going to be talking shit in the fight interview. They're going to be like, oh, he's a wrestler. Good. I'm going to say that. What the fuck is a wrestler to a guillotine? Y'all about to see it. I'm going to call it out. The guy I was going to fight, he was a wrestler. Like last January, the guy I was going to fight. And I was going to call it. I was going to ninja choke him. Because he struggled with southpaws. And he, the way he tried to take people down, like I knew I was going to, I was going to call that shit out. It's going to be some Notre Dame shit. But he backed out of that fight. Rightfully so. Smart. Sean is good, dude. They have a good system. Rob Nasty, I just woke up. No, like, look. I'm not saying that Sean O'Malley is a shitty jiu-jitsu guy. But I'm saying he's not the jiu-jitsu. Like, have you guys seen PGF? Y'all know what PGF is? It's a grappling organization where some of the high-level grapplers go and they compete against each other. These guys are the future of grappling. These guys. When you see how these guys get submissions, it's one of the most creative shit I've ever seen in my life. It's terrifying. Like, they just come out of nowhere grabbing submissions. I'm like, how did you do that? You know? Like, it is very few times where I'm baffled by certain submissions. I just think, I'm telling you, Sean O'Malley, like I could tell that, to give you guys an example, in the future, let's say Smitty makes it to the UFC. Let's say Smitty actually is in the UFC. Smitty is going to be a jiu-jitsu guy who learned how to strike good. Like, that's the goal I'm trying to do. I want my striking. I have been so zeroed in at getting my striking up that it's starting to look like kinda I'm a striker, kind of, right? So, but in reality, I was a grappler who learned how to strike, right? Who learned just enough striking to compete, maybe even knock people out. Who fucking knows? Because I'm a nerd at this shit, so I'm gonna keep getting better. But I learned I learned striking good enough to where it's a threat that now I can get my grappling. What I'm saying is Sean O'Malley is a striker that learned grappling good enough where he's not in huge threats, but he's not a grappler. He's not a jiu-jitsu guy. I'm telling you, from like a person, like a person who loves this game, and it's not the shit on Sean O'Malley. He's fucking good, but like he's not a good grappler like I think he is. Like that's why he got submitted by freaking like Marab has no submission game. Like Marab is he's good at holding people. I think Piotr Jan did. I think the most interesting thing I saw Piotr Jan do was when he started elbowing Marab's wrist. Like that was or his forearms. That was I never even thought about that. I was like, that was fucking ingenious. Sean Murmur for lights out is what I'm thinking about. Oh, is what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, yeah. Unless they're able to just hold position and do damage the whole time. I think back then it was much easier to take someone down and hold position and ground and pound. That's why in the old UFC you saw a lot more ground and pound than you see today. Because now everybody incites a scramble. It's always a scramble. But I love the scrambles. You'll see like there's no videos of me showing. Well, no. People haven't really seen my ground and pound, but I've been practicing on ground and pound, and ground and pound is chaotic as fuck. It's chaotic. It's not like that. Yep, you missed it at the beginning of the live stream. Yep, Ghost, I did take it. I haven't been coughing as much. So, like, I remember, like, if you remember yesterday, I was just coughing. It's not as much. I took 2 teaspoons at the beginning of the live stream. You'll be, I think, if you look at the cover of the live stream, I'm showing the honey. But yeah, I did take it. I told you, I follow directions, man. Watching Gregory versus Ironman, I was baffled at how gas. I don't know how to say his name. G was and Armand was cool as a cucumber. Maybe all that gear Giorgio injecting. PJF reminds me of the scene from The Purge. Just a bunch of fancy dressed people watching 2 guys fight to the death. Yeah, it is creepy. It is creepy. It's creepy, but like it's kind of cool. It's creepy but cool. What's good, Zane Arnold? Sean O'Malley needs another gym. He's maxed out of that gym. I agree. I think. Oh damn! You know what? What does Sean O'Malley need? What does he need? What does he need? Y'all think he needs? He did. I mean, he went against Song, right? That was the last guy he went against, right? O'Malley's get ups from the ground pisses me off. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I just when I watch O'Malley, I do not see a jiu-jitsu guy. I'm not seeing a guy fighting properly off of his back. I think I might start studying prime Tony Ferguson. Because the way Tony Ferguson used to fight off his back was insane. He needs more cardio. I think he needs a good jiu-jitsu base. What was I gonna say? He needs better cardio. No. No. I forgot. Those elbows. Yeah. Prime Tony Ferguson was a monster, dude. Oh, okay. I was like, no, it's not that he needs a good jiu-jitsu base. I just think like we're not like man, I don't know. I don't know. Like you can kind of tell that the fire is out of Sean O'Malley. You can kind of tell. Rob, I'll be seeing you soon. Hey, GG's. Be safe, my man. Thank you for the gifts. Do you travel? I plan on traveling. When this stream gets big, yeah, I plan on traveling 100%. I plan on traveling, and I will take you guys with me. Your jiu-jitsu gym is in Cali. Yes, 10th Planet West LA. That's where I'm from. He needs the ability to defend himself from the bottom and be an actual threat from the ground. Damn it, I don't know what it is. I don't know. It it's motivation because you see it with Israel Adesanya. These dudes are still fucking good, but it's just that maybe the competition is caught up with them. See, this is why yeah, you could come through sports. This is why I think like people hate Habib for it, but he got out before people figured him out. And I just think that's the way to do it. I think you come into the game, you put on an incredible show, and you leave. Like Alex Pereira, like he just recently vacated his belt, and I think he's going up to heavyweight. I really think Alex Pereira is going up to heavyweight to fight John Jones, and then what I love about Alex Pereira is he can lose, and we still love him. I love that about Alex Pereira. But I don't know. You gotta get out. You gotta get out. You can't stay in too long, or you're gonna be like fucking Max Holloway speaking punch drunk, and even Justin Gaethje is speaking punch drunk now. It's just like, god damn. Oh, you said Izzy looks gun shy. Izzy should, like, after that war with Pereira, he should have retired. He should have retired. When he lost to Strickland, I would have been like, you know what, guys? I think that's it for me. And we would have loved him. Where's everyone from? They got to answer that one for you, man. He's gonna get knocked out his next fight. Are you talking about? You think Izzy's gonna get knocked out? He already got. Well, he didn't get knocked out, but he got TKO'd, right? His last fight, he got TKO'd. So I mean, he technically got knocked out. Oh, Ghost, you're in Miami. Okay. What about Joe Pyfer? Wait. Does Izzy have another fight lined up? Do you think it's just that people are getting too used to what he is bringing to the cage and the fact that there is so much footage of his fights now? Yep. I have a strong philosophy that every time you post something on the internet, you need to learn something new. You need to learn something new. You need to do something new because people are now prepared for what you just showed, you know? And I think Izzy never shooting for a takedown, never, like, Izzy is in an interesting spot where I believe if he's truly punch shy or gun shy, right? I believe that Izzy should then start wrestling. I know that sounds wild as fuck, but imagine if Izzy started shooting for takedowns. Just imagine he started shooting for takedowns. It would throw everybody off, you know? Salute, this is off subject, but is there a wrestling camp that works with autistic athletes? I don't know. I'm sorry, dog. I don't know. I have no clue. I don't really, like, I'm not really in the wrestling scene like that. Joe, oh, that's what's coming up? Ooh. We'll see. I think Izzy needs to retire. If he loses this fight, he needs to retire. 100%. 100%. He needs to retire. Like, bro, like you're already a fucking legend. I really only seen Izzy shoot once, and that was against Pereira, and it shocked everyone. Exactly. I have no clue why. Well, it was ego because Izzy wanted to outstrike Pereira, but if I was Izzy, like especially at that time, I don't know why he didn't do it, but at that time, Izzy should have booked a third fight and submitted Pereira. Pereira's tall enough. Pereira would have been expecting another like slugfest. I would have started taking his ass down. You know, Pereira doesn't like at that time. Pereira didn't understand jiu-jitsu well. Izzy could have capitalized that. Man, now Izzy can't fuck with Alex Pereira at all. Now he can't. Fuck no. Alex Pereira is a way better fighter than Israel Adesanya now. I was saying O'Malley needs more cardio based off his fight with Marab. Imagine if he had Marab's cardio. It's just like, oh, that's what I was gonna say earlier. Thank you, Ghost. Like, so I've been doing jujitsu and I've been doing MMA, right? Jiu-jitsu cardio, I've learned is different from MMA cardio. And then I added Muay Thai this past weekend, which was yesterday on Saturday. And I found out Muay Thai cardio is different from MMA and Jiu-Jitsu cardio. So all these different cardios is pretty difficult to develop, you know. It's hard. You only have so much time in a day. And Sean O'Malley is a celebrity, believe it or not. He is a celebrity. And I just don't think he has time to develop all that stuff now. Max Holloway's punch drunk. He's always talked like that. Really, sports? I don't know. You said, "Do I remember you?" No, I don't. I don't remember you. Was you? I don't remember you. You said, but Izzy played possum and dropped Pereira. I mean, no, that was cool, but he's not gonna be. He wouldn't be able to do that again. You know, like that was a good plan at the time. But notice Izzy did not like. Izzy was like, "Oh yeah, we're done. We fought," and I'm just looking like, bro, like it's supposed to be a trilogy. He beat you once, you beat him once. Like, why are you acting like you? No, no. Israel's weird sometimes, man. He, whatever. Izzy's an interesting dude. What is your combat record? Jiu-jitsu. I have a pretty damn good. I don't know what's my jiu-jitsu record. I do know I have counted all my submissions though, or my wins. I have counted that. I got like, I think I got like 60 wins. I won 2 by points, I think. And so that's like 58 submissions and 2 wins by points, I think. What would Izzy be in that position? Why would Izzy be in that position again? What do you mean by that? Are you saying like no? Israel Adesanya can't he can't fuck with Pereira's power. He cannot fuck with Pereira's power. You know? So that's the problem. Izzy has to be perfect for all 5 rounds, and Pereira just needs 1 shot. Like he's never gonna beat that. He's never beating that. Anyways, everybody, can you guys please like the stream? I'd be greatly appreciated. We are almost at 20. Last night we got, I think it was 22. It wasn't 25, but it was 22. And I want to get 25 likes per stream. I need to start like saying that a little bit earlier to like the stream. That Alex couldn't be taken down last fight against a wrestler. He learned so fast. That's crazy. Yeah. I think Alex learned how to use his size. Give me advice on how to improve in jiu-jitsu from an MMA perspective. Ooh, that's a good question. What specifically are you interested in from an MMA perspective? Get a little bit more concrete, because what you just asked is an incredibly fucking great question. I'm talking like A1 of a great question. You said Alex couldn't take. Okay. Pereira doesn't have Izzy's foot mobility. He doesn't need that. He has power. Izzy can only run away for so long. Black belts turn into white belts when you get punched in the face, is what I heard. Yeah, it's true. I think MMA jiu-jitsu is totally different than They're totally different than jujitsu. Like MMA jujitsu is different from pure sport jujitsu. Oh, Ghost, you just walked into it. You missed like Ghost. You've been missing the rightfully so. You've been missing the beginning of the lives. You're missing like you have the Jesus lover guys that come in first, the guys who are so interested, the gay guys, and then you have it's like six of them. It's amazing. When they come in at the beginning. They come in very strong and they leave and they do whatever else. You know, and then of course the guys who are very interested in sexuality, they pop in here and there and they say gay. As long as they're not spamming, we're good. Submissions in MMA. Okay. So in jiu-jitsu, sport jiu-jitsu, the hierarchy is and I think it's changed now. It was rear naked chokes. So there's 6 families of submissions. Rear naked choke. You said 6 categories of trolls you logged in so far, bruh. What's good, Ease? Bruh, like these dudes are fucking weird, dude. But like, fuck it. As long as they ain't spamming, dog. So we got 6 families of submissions. Okay, we have for sport jiu-jitsu, from the highest effective to the lowest effective, it is rear naked chokes, leg locks, arm bars, headlocks. We're just gonna say headlocks. I think it might be headlocks and arm bars might be reversed, but I do know the back, leg locks, and I think now, based on what I've been seeing in a lot of jiu-jitsu, I think leg locks might be the number one submission in sport jiu-jitsu. But whatever, we're going to go by the data that I knew 3 years ago or 2 years ago. The back, leg locks, arm bars, headlocks, triangle chokes, and then Kimuras, okay? When you flip it to MMA, right? When you flip it to MMA, it is rear naked choke, guillotines, or no, headlocks, because people do not understand that front headlocks and guillotines are 2 different families, but they are headlocks. They're 2 different things, but they're still headlocks. So rear naked chokes, headlocks, arm bars, triangles, Kimuras, and leg locks. Leg locks are last in MMA for submission wise. From what I have learned since I've been doing MMA is I have grown an insane obsession with headlocks. I think that your headlock game needs to be it needs to be on point. It needs to be good. Guillotines, you need to understand guillotines and front headlocks and have a good understanding of how to escape them. Also, you need to understand that submissions are very risky. If you do not get the submission, you are in a compromised position. And on top of that, submissions are tiring. You wait, if you play like a UFC game, right? And you go for a submission, I used to wonder, why is it that your energy bar goes down when you're going for a submission? That is real. When you're going for a submission, you do waste energy going for that submission. So you have to keep in mind that if that submission doesn't work, you're going to be gassed the fuck out. You know? So control is so key. Like your mechanics, I would say. And then one thing that I always have learned from an MMA perspective, like in sport jiu-jitsu, you can't punch people, right? But in MMA, you do want, like, the concept of edging a submission, like sitting there and riding the wave before the submission is really huge, Really huge. Like you don't go for the submission immediately. You sit there and you wait it out. You know, in jiu-jitsu, you just fight for it. But how does that translate to your jiu-jitsu? You learn better control because you don't have to punch the guy, but you get better control. So yeah, throw up West Side if you get a sub. March 22nd. The problem is the gloves, dude. The gloves, like I can't, like the gloves stop you from doing this. It stops you. So my win celebrations is me screaming. It gets the people going, you know. People don't know it, but like the screams is like Predator, Wolverine. The next one I want to do is the Cyclops optic beam. You know, like have you seen the freaking uh the trailer of Avengers Doomsday? You see Cyclops just take off the glasses. He's on his knees and he's just fucking screaming. I want to do that one next. Your style reminds me of Mighty Mouse. I study. Who do I study a lot? You want to know something crazy? I study a lot of Muay Thai fighters. That's who I study a lot. I study a lot of Muay Thai fighters. Yeah, like it's so weird. I study one championship so much, and sport jiu-jitsu is good enough. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Smitty for California governor. Ooh, I don't know. There's so much to work on in California. You gotta get rid of this homeless crisis is where is what's the real problem. Yeah. All right. So we passed the threshold. You can't elbow. Um, I think I know right now you can't. No, you can't elbow right now. Um, in amateur, I think you can't elbow to the face in amateur. You can't elbow or knee to the face in amateur, I believe. But that's fine because I do throw knees, but I like knees to the body. I need to start practicing on that. I'm glad you said that. Thank you, sport. I'm gonna start studying knees. That's not what I'm working on in my next fight, but like I think if I start developing it now, it'll be good. It'll be a good skill to have. I'll be waiting for that back escape with body lock. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got you. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna go to jujitsu tomorrow. But if I do, I'll have one of the boys record me and I'll show the escape. And I'll yeah. Spinning back kick. I have been working on my spinning back kick. I have. That's something I've noticed all the guys at the 125ers, they all do spinning back kicks. And I'm like, okay, you need to fucking learn a spinning back kick. So okay. I'm about to we are at 19 likes. Can someone give me that 20th like? I'm about to hop off. I want to have you pulled off a standing in what? I pulled it off in training, but not in competition. Never in competition. No. When was the last time I did an armbar in competition? Oh my god. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. But it's always arm bars for my back. I've never gotten an armbar like sitting on top of somebody. The only time I got it was in MMA. It's weird. My arm bars is fucking great in MMA. Like I'm a monster with arm bars in MMA. Like when I get on mount, I am a monster. Like in sport jiu-jitsu, I'm not. Like it's like I'm okay, but like when I get to the mount, like I believe the fight's about to end. If somebody lets me get to the mount position, I know this fight is about to end. John Jones spinning back kick. I'm gonna do all that, bro. Don't worry. We gonna get that. Anyways, I'm about to hop off. I am a little bit sleepy now, and I feel I'm getting a little bit tired. And I was tired last night. That was a hard 2 hours, but I made it through. This one was a little bit better. I'm gonna be on tomorrow early. Mondays are my hardest days. I'm probably gonna be out on maybe 9. I'm thinking 9. I'm thinking 9 because I want to be able to get rest before jujitsu. So Mondays are always my busiest days. We will get back to the regular night schedule on Tuesday. So I'll try to get on Tuesday, probably 4. Tuesday will be 4 for sure. 4 or 5 p.m. California Pacific time. But tomorrow I'm gonna be on early in the morning. So I will be seeing you guys. Someone gave me that 20th like. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As always, I love you guys. Be safe. You never know. This might be the last time we speak. That sounds bad, but you need to. It's good to tell people you love them just in case. You never fucking know. This might be the last time I speak to you guys. Might be the last time you guys speak to me. So be safe. Be aware. We are martial artists, and we gotta stay alive. That's the whole point of doing all this stuff. We'll talk about more stuff tomorrow. Thank you for the 21st like. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got. You say, have a good night. Thanks for the advice. Yeah, I'm trying to go back sleep here myself. Yeah, everybody be safe. We got a whole week to go. So I'll be seeing you guys. Thank you for being here with me when I'm trying to go on live stream every day. This has been a really big help for me, especially mental health wise. I hope I've been helping you guys for mental health wise. Thank you for the 20-second like. And yeah, that's going to be it. This is a great live stream. I'll be seeing you guys soon. I'll be on tomorrow. In competitions, thank you for answering the questions, spinning back, fists, and kicks. Just take your game to another level. Yes, it does.